Hello. I wanted to take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about what we've been working on here at PALS and what we call the Hello Chatty project. There are a number of adaptive assistance communication devices that are on the market, but they tend to be priced as up to $20,000 US. And we wanted to see if we could use off-the-shelf components and modern web architecture to reduce the cost. And what we've come up with is a device that can be brought to market for 1/10 that price, or $2,000, by using components from Microsoft and Tobii and using modern web technologies. So I wanted to show you a little bit of what we've done and let you get a sense of the power of this system. This is an eye gaze-based computer system for communication assistance. It's designed to allow a person who is nonverbal and cannot use a keyboard to communicate using voice. So we have this system that tracks what the user is looking at on the screen and then takes an action based upon that tracking. So I want to give you a sense of how this works. Here we've got the home screen, or the top page for the device. Now let's say that we're interested in food. We go to the food page and then perhaps fruit. And then we can choose fruit, such as apple, watermelon. And at any point in this process, if someone asks a question, you can go down here, answer yes or no, and you navigate back to the home page. Now you'll notice that there are two types of frames on these buttons. One of the frames is solid. The solid frame means it leads to another page. When it's a dashed button, it simply speaks the phrase that you're looking at. There are a total of about 100 screens, each screen containing 15 phrases that can be spoken in Japanese. Beyond that, we also have a keyboard, which works the same way as the buttons. I can pick some letters, numbers, and then tell it to vocalize. And then I can clear it and then return to the previous screen. Then I can go back to the home screen. And navigate through the entire system. Now, when a new user is onboarded for this, there's a technique for calibrating to their eye tracking. And it's a very simple procedure. If you look down below the device itself and then pick the calibration item, you then simply look at the dots as they appear on the screen, shifting your eyes, not so much your head. And now it's been calibrated for a new person. So for instance, if we wanted to look at personal care items, if I didn't, then I can go back to the home screen. And navigate through the entire system. Now, when a new user is onboarded for this, there's a technique for calibrating to their eye tracking. And it's a very simple procedure. If you look down below the device itself and then pick the calibration item, you then simply look at the dots as they appear on the screen, shifting your eyes, not so much your head. And now it's been calibrated for a new person. So for instance, if we wanted to look at personal care items, if I didn't feel well, I can navigate through this and explain that I have a headache. So this device is self-contained. It runs on a Microsoft Surface 8 with a Tobii Dynavox camera, and we can produce it for less than $2,000, and it can be distributed to patients throughout Japan. This is also the only device of its kind that's localized for Japanese. So we've gone through and localized food types and phrasing to actually be a native Japanese application. Thanks for listening.